What's up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome back to Dark Souls 2. I'm Seth, your guide through Drang Lake. We got some stuff to do today in the Lost Bastille, I believe. That's where I left off, right? Pretty sure it is. First, I'm gonna do something. The sound effects got a bit high here. I'm gonna lower them down a bit. Noticed that in the other videos. Alright. Let's see. Technically, the Lost Bastille can be done from either the tower part or the exile holding cells. But you're more likely to hit the exile holding cells, I suppose, if you, well, I guess if you're watching these videos, then you probably know about the eagle since I showed you. Either way, we're going to do it from the holding cells, because that's just what I chose. Alright. Welcome to the Lost Bastille. A place where the undead were sent away because people were scared of them. Or something like that. There's another one of those hide nights. Once again, not hostile. Don't have to attack him. He doesn't drop anything I really want. They don't drop their armor until New Game Plus. Using a bonfire ascetic can push them to drop their armor. But since there's only 3 of them in the game, it can actually be kind of a crapshoot if you get them all. So if you really want to look like a hide knight, you're better off trying to trade on the on some forums. Before we go anywhere else, we're gonna come over here. This guy likes to be a jerk. My arrows are not doing very much damage to him. So let's switch to some poison arrows. Oh, come on. There we go, 4 poisoned him. I just like to get rid of that guy up here, because if you don't, there are a couple dogs down there, and they can get kind of annoying to fight when he jumps down. Alright, here's the ladder to get down, but we're going to go this way first. Drop down here, lose a little bit of health. We're okay, though. Soul of a brave warrior and some human effigy. Interestingly enough, the fog effect in the Lost Bastille appears to be nothing more than a painted skybox that is translucent and played across the screen. It is not a legitimate fog effect. Why? I don't know. I'm sure they have a reason. Maybe they just didn't want to waste art assets on it. It's just interesting. Alright, here's that dog. Oh no! I forgot I had the lightning spear out. Man, starting these videos off, I just cannot seem to get it together. It's alright though. There's another one right here. Alright. Over here. This is where you come down if you were to take the ladder. We didn't, obviously. There is... I'm gonna punch this a few times. Item on top of this. Just an alluring skull. Nothing important, but if you want it. And if you go back here, you can get yourself, I think it's an Estus Flash Shard. I think. It is, and a large Titanite Shard. That's good stuff right there. We need that for our rapier. Alright, you have 2 choices here. You can either come this way, another dog, and lift this up, which we're not going to do yet. Through this door and up the stairs is actually the way to the tower apart. You can't actually get to the tower apart unless you take the eagle to fly there. But if you go up that direction, you sort of intersect with the area that the tower apart is in. We're going to go this way. Alright, hiding on the other side of this wall. This guy. Kill him. fight a couple enemies that really suck. Looks like they're not coming out. These guys here really suck. I'm gonna explain to you what they do because I don't really want them to do it to me because I don't have very much vigor. What they do is those guys stand up, they will run up to you like this, pretend this corpse is me, they'll run up and they will stand right in front of you and then they will belly flop. They'll be like boom. And when they belly flop, they explode. If you're blocking when they belly flop, you will probably block it, but it will take all of your stamina. You will not be able to pass through it without losing all your stamina. If you get hit by it, it will take a huge chunk of your health. I thought there was a secret room in here. Maybe not. Let me look in here. Either way, those guys are not fun. You don't want to deal with them. A good weapon to have in this area is actually a long sword or a great sword, something that has a wide sweeping range. This is locked. It's locked. I don't have the key for it, I don't believe. I don't remember which key goes to that one, actually. And I do not remember if blowing up the wall here once you pass through. Let's find out. Nope, it does not. That's exciting. Alright, so I guess we gotta go this way. Lost Bastille is not a very big area, but it has a lot of hidden places, a lot of twists and turns, a lot of hidden rooms. In fact, I believe this is the most hidden rooms in the game. Also a lot of dogs. Which suck. They're not too difficult, they blow up pretty easily. Alright. See this wall right here? Notice how there's a crack in it? It's a pretty big crack too. We're gonna try. This guy almost never manages to actually hit with this. And he missed again. If you get him to kick that all the way down, that can blow up on this wall here and knock it over. There's a bonfire behind here. And it also gives you access to this area. Now, this area, I believe, can be opened with the Lost Bastille key later on. And behind here is the guy who can infuse weapons, McDuff. But we can't get to him right now, so we're not going to bother. If you come from the tower apart, you'll come through this way, and you'll actually come up behind. If you come this way from the tower apart, you can pull this mummy guy back here, fight him, and then kick this down yourself. It's fairly easy to get to make the exploding barrel hit the wall when you kick it down. It's actually not hard at all, and you'll succeed most of the time. But we did not go that way. But it doesn't really matter. You can't do anything with McDuff until you have the flame, or the ember, sorry, which we of course do not have. But we will get later on. Careful when you're fighting these guys. They are deceptive. Oh, like that. Pansy. Hide behind my shield. They have deceptive speed. They'll get you when you don't think they can. I'm gonna run up here because there's someone we need to talk to. Actually, first, let's run up here because there's an item we need to get. Careful when you're walking up here. I've died so many times. At least 5 deaths from there. Just not paying attention. Large Titanite shard. And down here, good friend, Lucatiel.
I thought that might be you. You haven't changed a bit, have you? The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A wretched place indeed, but not without traces of its former glory. What could have caused such degradation?
What indeed?
Ah, yes. I have not thanked you for humoring me the other day. This is for you.
Ah, human effigy. How nice.
Of course, I've no idea what it is. Our land of Mirror is surrounded by enemies and constantly at war. There is only one way up in Mirror. Join the Order and prove yourself in battle. My family had little fortune and no name. I had to carve out a piece of the world for myself. With two things, my sword and my loyalty to my lord.
Exciting.
I was raised to wield a sword from birth. Life was hard, but I never gave it a second thought. I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly attained respectable stature. And then I came here to...
There's our first clue that Lucatiel is also fading. Which sucks, because I really like Lucatiel.
Have you heard of the undead? These poor souls affected by the curse. An undead gradually loses his humanity until his wits degrade completely. Finally, he turns hollow and preys upon others. And a hollow can never be human again. One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here. Assuming, of course, that the legends are true, I can only hope that they are.
And see, she took her mask off there. And you can see that she has the mark of the undead on her face, interestingly enough. I don't know if that means anything. They could just be showing a very, very gradual degradation of Lucatiel. Whereas most undead, we either see them undead or in their hollowing form. Maybe she's having like a gradual hollowing that's overtaking her body that she's trying to fight against. Or she just has the mark on her face. I was under the assumption that the mark could only be on your back, but I mean that could just be where it's always been on the player character, maybe not like a rule or anything.
I'm sorry to burden you with talk of my fate. I suppose I've grown weary these days.
Alright, I believe that's it for her.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I suppose...
So Lucatiel is fading, which sucks, because she's nice, and we like her. This does not open from the side. This is, past this door, and up a little ways, is the Tower Apart. That is where you come. In fact, the bonfire is right through that doorway over there. Obviously, we can't get there. But if we were coming this way, that is how you would come. You'd go through there and talk to Lucatiel from the other side. Turn over here. Alright, this room right here is really dangerous. You have to be extremely careful if you're going in here. We're gonna run in and then run back out quickly. There are multiple swordsmen in here, and these guys hit hard. They don't look very strong, they look pretty simple, but they hit hard. One hit from those great swords could probably take, at the very least, 1/4, but maybe even half of my health. Do not want to be hit by them. Oh! See? Took a big chunk of damage. It's alright. Alright, when you go into this room, you gotta be really careful. There are exploding barrels on the left and on the right. You really don't want to fight in here unless you have to. We're gonna pull them back here. Get rid of them that way. Alright. See, these are the exploding barrels I was talking about. And pull this lever. When you pull this lever and the gate raises up, these guys run away. They will come around and ambush you if you don't kill them. Actually, I'm gonna run around. Oh, I don't want them to run away. Because it just takes a lot of time to go chase them down. Alright. run back here. Down. This door right here is what you would call a trap door. There is nothing on the other side. If you open it, be wary. You're just gonna fall through. I don't think there are any secret rooms in here. You can't get through this door, FYI. There's nothing here. This is just, on the other side of that door is the boss room. So, don't sit here trying to figure out a way around. Just go up this way. You fight the bosses, and that's how you get through. Let's see. This fight here. Pick up some life gem. Pilgrim Belclair is an NPC Phantom. He's not a human player, so pick him up here. I'm gonna try to do these without picking up any humans, just because I want to do it the way that you would do it if you were playing offline. That way you guys can see what's going on without having to always be online if you want to play. Through this boss fog is probably the hardest boss you've fought so far. Not because he's particularly hard, but because there's multiple bosses in there, and it's easy to get surrounded. But I'm going to show you how to pretty much cheese this fight. Now, I'm not saying I condone this or that you should try to win this way. If you can, do this with skill, man. Prove you are a Dark Souls player. But if you're having trouble with this fight, this is the easiest way to do it. Have at least 15 strength. Grab the tower shield that we got at the Pilgrims of Blue area in Hyde's Tower of Flame. Obviously, I don't have 30 strength, but that doesn't matter, because I'm two-handing it. I'm holding wide a two-hand, and I'm going to be wearing it like this. And pretty much, I'm just going to let Pilgrim Belclair do all the fighting. See, it took a chunk of stamina from me, but not very much. Pilgrim Belclair does a lot of damage, actually. He's a boss. And yeah, this is just going to be a really boring fight to watch. But if you're fighting it, this is the easiest way to do it. This is also a good place to get summoned if you are trying to get some tokens of fidelity or just do some PvP. This is a good place. A lot of people have trouble with the fight. It's actually not particularly hard when you have multiple people. The problem is if you come in here by yourself, this guy fights you by his own, or on his own. But you see, you might not be able to see on the video yet, but there are two more Ruin Sentinels on each corner over here. And once he's dead, they both become active. You cannot just sit up here. If you sit up here, they will eventually come up at you, and it will be very dangerous trying to face two of them at once down there. I'm going to sit here. Wait for the other one to come down. Ooh, that is a dangerous move right there. You do not want to get hit by that. That is essentially a one-hit KO. I have actually never seen it block. I don't even know if it can be blocked. If he hits you with that shield move, well, you're screwed. So if you see him getting ready for that, get out of the way. Once he's removed his shield, he can't use it anymore. So I mean, after he's used it, that's it. It's done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Ooh. Couldn't find out where he was. For whatever reason, they're just really keen on me, and they're ignoring Pilgrim Belclair. Which is fine by me, because he is just putting out some serious damage. I should probably stop trying to roll. These guys hit pretty hard. You don't want to get hit by them. Come on. Ugh, you hit the wrong one, moron. Hit the other guy. There you go. Alright. He killed him. So we're just gonna switch back to our Drain Lake shield here. And actually, I put some points into Faith to get Lightning Spear, so may as well use it. Lightning Spear hits incredibly hard. And dead. So that's the easy way to kill that boss. Certainly not the heroic or manly way, but hey, this is Dark Souls. No prisoners. Alright, let's see what that says. Ruined Sentinel Soul. The Ruined Sentinel has no corporeal form. It is only an empty soul that haunts the armor. Soul of the Ruined Sentinel, a creation of the Jailer. Who is the Jailer? Well, actually, I don't know who the Jailer is. There are Ruined Sentinels in Drangleic Castle, implying that the Jailer may actually have been Vendrick or Nishandra. But the Lost Bastille predates Vendrick. In fact, it predates it by quite a bit. Or predates him by quite a bit. So I'm more inclined to believe that the Jailer is someone who was here before, and the Ruined Sentinels were co-opted into service by Vendrick. You see, here was one of our first hidden rooms. There's a lot of hidden rooms here. Hush. This is where you get hush. Another illusory wall here. Do I have... I do not have a fragrant branch of yore. So there's a character up here that we're not going to be able to talk to yet. But his name is Strayed. And Strayed essentially says that the Lost Bastille is ancient. Very ancient. Much older than Drangleic. Which leads me to believe that Vendrick, well, he probably came here and sent undead here to get rid of them, did not make this place. He just co-opted it into service. Target shield. Who built this place? I don't know. I mean, likely we have no real answer to that. That's an empty room there. There are a few reasons to believe that this place has been around for a couple thousand years. The main reason being, I think there's another hidden room here, isn't there? Maybe not, maybe that was the last one. I thought there was one more. I feel like there was one more. Did I miss one? Maybe not, maybe that was it. Or is this a punch one? It is not. That must have been it. Strayed himself says that he's been imprisoned for a long time. He's petrified and in a room not far away. You can hear the chains. There's another one of those undead dudes who flops on his belly up here. Die. I'm gonna give him the light of day. Rogue Water. Rogue Water is essentially a super spell restore item. It restores HP and spell uses. So it'll let you get both of them back at once. I end up usually using them just like as secondary Estus Flask items. Alright. Gotta be careful in here. Let's see. I don't know if we can... There, you see that little flapping there? There's an undead in there who blows up when we run by. He blew up in there. He's gone now. He blew up. These guys here, interestingly enough, have completely turned to bone. But this guy here is undead, obviously. A couple implications there are either that these guys were not undead when they were imprisoned, which is interesting, Or that the undead eventually do enter some sort of bone-like state. Which... I'm not certain where skeletons are supposed to come from in game lore. Maybe that's where they're supposed to come from. They're undead who entered that bone-like state eventually. But more likely the bones are people who actually died and then were resurrected by necromancers. I don't think there's any secret areas in here. There's not. Alright, if you're going to go down here, you need to have a... Where's the guy? You need to have a Pharos Lockstone. There he is. See, there's a dog down here. No. There we go. He's hiding. There's the large club. The large club is a favorite of strength users because it has an A scaling, and I believe when it is completely maxed, it is an S scaling. I believe. Priest Chime. Now I'm using the Cleric's Sacred Chime because it's just easy to get. But actually the Priest Chime scales a little bit better with damaging miracles for me because it has an A scaling with faith. Or, I shouldn't say that. It has an A scaling with lightning damage. And lightning damage is affected by faith. So, technically, it's faith. But it also has a slightly slower cast time. And I'm not sure that the trade-off is really worth it, so I'm not going to trade them off. Alright, this is a Pharos Lockstone here. Oh, I don't have any. Oh. Oh no. That's not cool. Thought I had one. How much time we got here? Alright, I'm going to run back to Majula and buy one from Malentia here so that I can show you what's in there. I'm not going to go through the entire area. That place leads to the Belfry Luna. I'm not going to go through the entire area because Belfry Luna itself is a place where you will get invaded. Whether you are in New Game Plus, it doesn't matter. You're going to get invaded there. It's the Belbros Covenant.
Thank you, Jack.
Cheapest covenant in the world. It is just lame. And yet so fun if you play as part of the Covenant. Alright, go back to Servant's Quarter here. I don't really feel like dealing with invasions. I could go offline, I guess, and show you, but there's really nothing in the in the Belfry Luna. It's not like there's anything you're missing out on. It's just there's a bell there. You can ring both of them, and there's probably some lore stuff that eventually I'll do in a lore video, but it's not really meaningful to gameplay. There we go. Alright, it's been a while since I've been in Belfry Luna. Actually, crap. Actually, I forgot. Belfry Luna is indeed... Alright. I hate to do this, but I don't really feel like dealing with invaders. Because we're recording. I forgot that when you enter, you actually are in Belfry Luna. I thought there was a little bit of an area before Belfry Luna where you could roam around, but obviously not, so that's my bad. Yes, I know I lost 30,000 souls there. 30,000 souls really isn't that much. It's kind of a whatevs sort of thing. Alright, well, let's try to use the rest of the time for this video to go through some more Belfry Luna area. I doubt my souls are down there. They're probably on the other side of the fog door. Alright, we're going to run up here. See what we got. We should have a little bit of time left. We might be able to get through the rest of the area. Another one of these guys. This guy throws some pyromancy at you. That's kind of interesting. There are only a couple enemies in the game that use pyromancy. These guys being one of them. I don't know if these mummies are supposed to be people who dwelt here before, before sort of this whole era that we're in. If they were like the original denizens. There's also a possibility these guys are supposed to be grave wardens. But you really can't tell because they're completely covered up. So I'm not sure whether they're grave wardens or not. And now I really wish I hadn't used that Pharos Lockstone, because there's another area up here where we really could have used it. And I don't believe there's another one here. Oh well. Let's run up here. Die. Open the door and... That's a bummer right there. Actually, I don't really know how that's possible, but hey, Dark Souls, man. Dark Souls. Alright. When you enter in here, no, looks like not through the first one, through the second one. There are going to be a couple more of those undead flock belly guys. So you gotta be careful. They're going to come at you hard and fast. No, that is not what we wanted to do. Stay away from me. Stay away. Oh, that was close. He was getting ready to drop on me. Alright, that was bad on my part. I hit forward and the attack button at the same time. Nearly got myself killed. There's a guy right above us who will drop down here. Maybe? I hear him walking around. What are you... Come on, dude. What? Really? I did. I got him with that. Nice. I don't know what he's doing. He's like bugging out there or something. Alright. There are actually more of those guys hiding in the chests here. We have a couple ways we can do this. We can be honorable. We can be pansies. We're gonna be pansies. In case you were wondering what our choice was. One. Two. Or three. Maybe there's only two. Yeah, there's only two. Alright. Here, another one. Oh, maybe those are the guys above me. Alright, what's in here? There we go. Hidden door, number Jillian. Alright, is this dead end? Nope. Okay, this is a fairly hard area to get through. So we're not going to be too crazy here. We're just going to hit a couple of the basics. Bracing knuckle ring. Expensive flashy gear will not always make life easier for you. Sometimes you just need your tried and true equipment for the long haul. This reduces equipment degradation. It's very useful if you're using something like the old night gear, or something that has low equipment rating. You can make this jump here if you take a run and jump. I'm not going to, because odds are I would die. We're trying not to lengthen the video. I believe that's just a soul over there, but if you go along, you can follow along this sort of ledge here. And when you get to the very end, there is the, I believe it's the golden wing shield. I believe that's what you get. Not a great shield, but it's there. So, alright, there's more of these guys up here. more of them. Actually, we're gonna go up here. We're gonna try to get them to come down. Just realized I had poison arrows equipped. No! Stay away from me! Oh no! This guy right here, petrified and frozen, is Strayed. Strayed is cool. He's an awesome dude. He very well may be the most powerful person we have ever actually come across in the game. It's hard to tell because he never really does anything, but it's very possible he was one of the strongest, if not the strongest guys. He is comparable to Big Hat Logan, I think, in terms of his strength. I believe this place can be opened with the Lost Bastille key, which we don't have. So we're not going to open it yet. And here, Skeptic Spice. Skeptic Spice. I'm up in the air about the Skeptic Spice. I don't know if I like the inclusion of it or not. It's great for PvE. The same with the Simpleton Spice. A spell demands devotion from its caster, but using this spice makes a chosen spell attainable with one less faith. Simpleton Spice does the same thing for intelligence. Will only work with assistance from a certain person. We'll meet that person later on. From a PvE standpoint, those are nice, because you can essentially lower the faith requirement you need to the point where it's negligible. I forget how I make this fall. I know I can make this fall. I just don't remember where I do it at. I don't remember if I walk down there. I don't remember what's down there actually. Alright, I just dropped, so. Bonfire Ascetic. Oh, that's not too bad. It's a decent item to get. This one I do have to be careful. Gotta fall right there. Because if you don't, you're dead. And then we should be able to just fall down here. Get another chest. Sorry, we're getting near the areas where there are mimics, and I always forget which chests are mimics and which are not. Wilted Dusk Herb. This is the stronger version of the Amber Herb. Restores many spell uses. I believe there's a stronger version called the Twilight Herb, if I'm not mistaken. That is like the strongest version of the herbs. I think it's stronger than Wilted. I'm pretty sure it's stronger than Wilted, but I'm not positive. So we really haven't done a whole lot in this one. I know we beat the Ruin Sentinels, but they're fairly easy. But like I said, Lost Bastille is not itself very big. The Belfry Luna makes it bigger, which I mistakenly went there earlier. And there are a couple items in the Belfry Luna. I do believe the Belfry Luna is where you get the Lost Bastille key. You don't need the Lost Bastille key, but it's useful to have if you're going to do certain things. Kill that guy. Royal Swordsman armor. Royal Swordsman. What is their armor? It's King Vendrick supplied his bravest men with the best armor available to face the great giants, but very few returned alive. Obviously these guys were in the service of Vendrick at one time, so Vendrick held the Lost Bastille. I'm not sure if he sent these guys here to guard the place, or if they became undead and this was sort of like, oh good lord. Okay, well I had my shield up for that last one, I'm not sure why that happened. Yeah, I completely forgot about those three guys in the bridge, which is pretty bad, but oh well. Actually, we don't need to go that way yet. There's really nothing that way for us, except the Lost Sinner, who we're not going to be able to kill in this video, but we should get that bonfire. I'm I'm gonna run through quick and get that bonfire. Dun, 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 dun. I guess I should show you this direction here. Oh, don't want to forget about this guy. Let's give ourselves some arrows. There are a bunch of dogs in this area. We need to clear out a few of them if we can. I think I can hit this guy from right here. No. Huh. I know there are more guys in there. Wait, there's one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Exciting. It's exciting gameplay right there. Okay. We can make this jump here. Gotta be careful. Double check over here. There is an item over here. Flame butterfly. Flame butterflies let you light your torch anywhere, in case you're wondering what those are. We're gonna save them for an area later on. And we made it. Alright. Large soul of a nameless soldier. If we go up that direction, that just takes us kinda back to where we were. There is... Come on. Alright. This is another case of an area where you can hit the rock and you can... It'll drop down and something will raise up. However, unlike the one in Majula, this one's pretty dangerous because at the bottom is a group of enemies. But also the Wanderer set, and the Wanderer set is really cool. Let me see, I don't have any bombs. That's what you get for wasting your bombs. Alright. I do have lightning spears though. So we're gonna go with that. Back up. Oh no, he still got me. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Alright. That guy drops the Wanderer coat, hood, all the good stuff. I like this gear. It's probably the coolest looking gear. At least in my opinion. Nothing special about it. But it's cool. Not, well, maybe I'll wear it. What's the stats? Not quite as good, but you look cooler. So much cooler. Alright. There's a couple directions we can go here. I think you need... No, you don't need the key for this. Oop. I don't want to go that way yet. I want to go this way first. There's a ladder up here. So let me get behind this dude. Free kill. Those crossbows hurt. What? Are you serious? And they get him off so fast. So annoying. Screw you guys. I really wish I had kept my Pharos Lockstone. What? How are you alive? Oh my goodness. I need to get stronger. Eat my Wheaties. Really wish I'd saved my Lockstone and not wasted on the Belfry Loon. I should have just told you where it was. Oh well. Oops. Actually, we can get back to the place we were by just dropping off over here. Are a couple guys in here. And apparently it takes more than one hit from the lightning spear to kill them. There is... I don't remember exactly what it is. It's hidden by this lockstone. But I remember that it is good. Hence why I'm not happy that I forgot it. We'll have to come back later and get one. That's the bone staff. Bone staff is a pretty common PvP weapon because it's the easiest hex staff to really find. There are other hex staffs that are certainly better, but that one's just easy to find because it's just sitting out in the open here. We get parrying dagger. I don't know if that's any good. I've never used it. Oh, video's getting long. We gotta hurry. We gotta hurry. Get through the rest. Twin blade. If you ever wanted to be Darth Maul, Dark Souls 2 allows you to be Darth Maul. I can't use it effectively with my stats, but pretty cool. Just an absolutely useless real-life weapon, I imagine. I can't imagine why that would be used in real life. That seems like it's more dangerous to you than anyone else. But there it is. What is up here? Stuff. Don't believe there's any other hidden doors around here. Alright, this brings you back to where we were. In fact, let's be pansies here. Maybe we won't be. No, we won't be. I do want to go out here, though. Maybe I can hit this guy. Nope. Come on. Ow. What is going on here? Sometimes the rapier is really annoying. It likes to be stupid at times. Alright, so we're behind this guy. Come back here. There you go. We're gonna do what I said earlier, knock this barrel down ourselves. Oh, are you kidding me? What is that? I don't think I've ever had to do that before. What is that? I think if you get one of these guys to attack it, nope, it won't. That is bullcrap. Alright, take my word for it. If you do use it there, it will blow that up. But wow, that was annoying. I've never had that happen before. In fact, I didn't even know it was possible. You know what? Before this video's over, real quickly, I'm gonna go to the tower apart. And I'm gonna show you guys what's up with that. I should point out that Lucatiel, you might have been wondering where her summon sign is. Because obviously we didn't summon her for the Ruin Sentinel. She's actually here for the Lost Sinner fight, which is later on. We have not reached it yet. It's actually in the Sinner's Rise, which is a completely separate area. There are a couple items over here too to get. Titanite Shard. Alright, kick this down. Explosions are fun. Ooh, I forgot about the gaping hole there. Almost got myself killed. And here is, I believe, the covetous silver serpent ring. Yes, and the antiquated key. The antiquated key opens a couple places here as well. I actually don't remember what places. Let's see. Let's see what it says. The key is very old, but in very good condition, such that it should still function. Only, what lock does this key fit? I don't remember what lock that key fits. I don't think it's an important area. But at the same time, I might be wrong. If you remember where it is, sound off in the comments, because obviously I forgot. Dead. This is obviously the other side of Lucatel's area. Gone because we exhausted her dialogue. Wow. No. That was close. It took a big chunk of damage off me. When you come in from behind on all these guys, for whatever reason, they tend not to aggro on you until after you've hit them. Alright. Try this again. Get over here. Alright, this doesn't work. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. Yay! There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. This other dog here is gonna want to fight. And the other one didn't aggro. Alright, this is Macduff's workshop. Has a bonfire right next to it so that you can always come in. He will not talk, well, he'll talk to us, but he won't do anything for us right now because we don't have the ember for him. Once we have the ember, he will be our friend, our buddy, do whatever we want him to do. But right now, he's just like, leave me alone. A lot of Titanite shards in here, though. Really good place to get some upgrades for your gear. Iron arrows. Heavy bolts. Talk to him here. He's almost insane.
Oh, why can't they all be this easy?
I have no idea what he's insinuating by that, but it's creepy.
We've got a wild one here. Shape up. Shape up, I say. Oh, that's it, yes. That's the way. Dear flame, how brightly you burn.
I actually think he's talking to his candle right here. Yeah, he wants flame. He wants the ember to be able to do his blacksmith work. But I think he's talking to the flame when he's talking about, you know, how brightly you burn. It's also possible he's just insane and thinks he's still at his blacksmithy. Obviously, you see him swinging about. He's not all there. But I should say this. There are some reasons to believe he's actually very intelligent and perhaps just addled in some way.
I ought to fetch a new ember. Flame, dear flame. I ought to fetch it.
That's all he says. If you remember from Dark Souls 1, blacksmiths are actually part of a different race than humans. And actually, I'm not even sure if Leningrass is an actual blacksmith race. It's hard to tell because he's actually hollowed a bit. And the blacksmiths in Dark Souls 1 appear to turn to stone when they die. I don't know anything about them hollowing. But more than that, blacksmithing itself is not restricted to just the blacksmiths. Obviously, in Dark Souls 1, you had, bring it back to the jewel here. You had the guy in New Londo who was obviously not of the blacksmith race. You had the skeleton blacksmith, you had the giant blacksmith. So obviously blacksmithing is not just restricted to blacksmiths. But it's interesting that Macduff appears to be an actual blacksmith. Which may be why he only needs one ember to do full on smithing.
I knew you.
So we can upgrade here. Get that rapier +5, +6. And we will upgrade our bow. Appears to be as far as that can go. We'll upgrade the chime.
I'll be around.
And I think that's going to be it for this one, because we're getting long. So next time we will go to the Huntsman's Copse. We're not going to fight the Lost Sinner yet, but we're getting there. See you guys later.